Hello. This is kind of in reference to what I posted today earlier about not limiting yourself as an actor. But this is a fun story, and it's a true story. So it was told to me by a very famous actor, and I won't say who, but back in his earlier days when he was, trying to become an actor, and he had done a few things, but he didn't have a lot of money, so he wasn't able to pay for training and a coach, and so he would practice all the time these scenes, and he would practice in front of the mirror. He would practice to his hat stand with his hat on it, it was another person, and pretend, and he would, act out his really emotional scenes. And he would do this over and over, but he didn't have an audience. He didn't have really anybody that could listen to him and watch him and give him feedback. He didn't have, a cell phone back in the day. So he was getting a little depressed and a little down, and he decided to go take a drive. So he drove out to the country, and he thought, well, I'm driving. I'm going to do my scene in the car. I can be as loud as I want and animated as I want, and nobody's here listening, and I can drive slow and just, focus on myself and my career and my acting and really just get those skill levels up. So he's driving along, and he finishes his scene, and he sees a farm and a pasture, this huge wide open area. So he pulls his car over, and he gets out, and he climbs the fence. And he thought, I'm going to just walk out here in the pasture, and I'm going to be out in the open air, and I'm going to do my scene here. And then all of a sudden he noticed some cows. There was a lot of cows, and they were eating, really paying any attention to him. So he thought, okay, I'm going to do it right here with the cows. And he began his scene, and it was a very emotional scene. And all of a sudden, the cows just stopped what they were doing. They stopped eating. They looked up at him, and they all started to walk towards him. And they surrounded him. They didn't eat. None of them walked the other way. They just watched him. Their eyes wide open, just watching and listening. Now, they didn't know what he was saying, but they knew it was emotional because they all just watched him, intently watching him. And when he was done, he was finished. The cows moved this way, some went this way, some put their heads down and started eating. But he realized, man, what a rush that was. I held captive an audience of cows. It was amazing. If you can hold a cow's attention when they're not wanting to eat or walk off or, run you down or laugh at you. Well, I don't know if cows laugh, but he was like, wow, that was amazing. What a rush that was. He thought, being an actor is the greatest thing. I don't care if I'm on a stage. I don't care if I'm in front of camera. I don't care. This is the greatest feeling ever to be able to express that. That's it. It's the expression and the storytelling. It doesn't matter who's in front of me. I'm going to tell this story. Wow. There's a story for you. True story. So take that to heart. It's not about the money. It's not about being famous. It's not about, I only want to do films because I'll be somebody. It's about storytelling in a way that captures your audience and has them mesmerized for that little bit of time. They're like, wow, it's an escape for them. So think about that. Thanks for listening. We'll talk soon.